So Jack and Jellyfy decided to release a season 6 of BFDI. What an interesting decision, really. I'm not against it though. This first episode, while only 8 minutes long, oozes so much charm, so much humor, great characters. It feels like a larger BFDI mini, which I like. I think it's getting too much hate. I really do. Too much hate. The fact that there's a petition to cancel this shit is crazy. I liked it. And I liked it so much that I decided my first video of the new year would be to rank all 12 contestants. Announcer will not be included in this ranking because, let's be real, he would get first. So, yeah, those are the guidelines. I guess only one episode is out, so this ranking could change. I'll probably update it by the time the season ends, which should be in like the next few months, because one episode a week. But I kind of will expand more about my thoughts on the season after this video, or at the end of the video. So yeah, let's get into the ranking.
Hey, you ready to get those teeth cleaned?
You know, in a ranking, somebody has to get last, and all things considered, I'd say this one was pretty easy. Toothpaste is the mean character, I guess, this season. There's another character a little bit higher up that could also fit this archetype, but, you know, I'm not the type of guy who hates a character just because they're mean. In fact, I tend to root for them more because I think it's interesting. Toothpaste is just kind of annoying because he has no good reason to be mean. And listen, it's BFDI. I don't need a tragic backstory. One. But I just think it's a little out of place, and he also gets like 17 seconds of screen time, so I have to reuse clips multiple times just for this segment. All in all, Toothpaste is just kind of a nothing character, and I don't know, maybe he'll get higher. Last is a pretty good spot for him as of right now. I'm sorry for everything I said about Toothpaste being a nothing burger of a character, because Rose is so disappointing. You know, she was in BFDI Mini, and I was excited to see her, and she does nothing. She has one line. She's not last, though, because she doesn't randomly start a rivalry with another character for no reason that adds nothing to the episode. So, good job, Rose.
I am Ollie. Nice to meet you.
Next up is Ruler. And listen, he's not down here because he's a bad character. It's just that, you know, in an 8-minute episode, there's only so much you can do. And I respect that they're trying to set up something here between him and Honey. Is that her name? I don't really know. And I'm sure it will turn into something nice. But as of right now, Ruler's done nothing. I like that he's voiced by Tomska, though. That's great. I like that he's voicing a permanent character. Well, hopefully permanent. So, you know, lots of potential, but right now, nothing crazy. Thank you, hit Icelandic pop group Baba. But sadly, money is not very funny. For some reason, everyone really seems to like this character, and I'm just not really seeing the hype. I liked when Money interacted with Hot Dog, but Hot Dog's gone now, so Money is just kind of irrelevant. I'm sure they'll do something interesting with them, but as of now, I wouldn't be shocked to see them be one of the next few boots. That's all.
Don't call me Needy!
I think that I can say without a doubt that Needy is definitely the most interesting character in this episode. I think Needy has a lot of potential to be great, but I think my only problem is that in like the 27 seconds of screen time that Needy does get, she does nothing. So, you know, just like Ruler, Rose, Money, I can't put Needy high because of potential. Though I did see this interesting theory that thought that maybe Needy will hate being called Needle, and if that happens, I think that she would skyrocket up these rankings, because that is such a fun character detail. I love that.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog.
So now we're finally starting to get to the characters who I actually have things to say about. And to start us off, there is Hot Dog. I really liked Hot Dog this episode, and it's kind of a shame he was the first boot, because, you know, he's so arrogant and driven in his ways that it created for a really fun character, and I kind of hope if he gets the most votes, that means he'll rejoin. I mean, I doubt it will, and more realistically, what will happen is those votes will just be for nothing, which is funny as well, but really just kind of sad Hot Dog got out first, but it makes sense. So, all in all, a pretty good character. First of all, I'd like to correct my earlier error. Her name is Jamie, not Honey. But Jamie is for sure an interesting character. Definitely the better half of the boss henchman duo. But I think that's why she's so high up, because she has more lines than Ruler, and also has an established dynamic, which can just go a long way when it comes to a character. So, yeah, that's probably why Jamie's up here. Nothing else really crazy about her character.
I have an idea!
Alright, and coming in at number 5, I have quite possibly the funniest concept for an object character ever, Sidewalkie. If you remember what I said during the toothpaste segment, where I was like, this show has a character that might be the stereotypical mean one, I was talking about Sidewalkie, because I think Sidewalkie perfectly fits that role, and is just so hilariously evil that it works better than a character like Toothpaste, who just is kind of in Sidewalkie's shadow. So, I really like this character, and I think that they're going to be one of my favorites from this season. I definitely think out of the Sticker Beach Ball duo, I prefer Beach Ball, and you're going to see them a little higher up on this list. But that's not to say Sticker is a bad character. I think Sticker is 100% funnier and adds a lot to this duo overall that I just think is great. Though I do think Sticker has the worst character design out of all the newbies. And that's not to say that any of them have bad character designs, and Sticker's isn't even that bad. I just think it's the worst out of all of them. That's all.
Oh, what he's doing? Bully. Why you bully me?
Honestly, I just like Fern. I don't really have much to say about him, except for the fact that he's a very likable character. I mean, I guess I like his quote-unquote rivalry with Toothpaste, but even then, it's really just one-sided, so, that's really all I had to say about Fern. Also, I found out Toothpaste was a girl, so sorry for earlier in the video when I kept referring to her by he, him pronouns. My bad, everybody. Another BFDI mini alum right here, Beach Ball is great. I think Beach Ball really adds a sense of normalcy to this show, and specifically this season, which I love. Honestly, one of my biggest problems with BFDI recently has been the fact that there's no normal characters left, and I think that Beach Ball is already bringing that to this new season, and that is just something so appreciated that honestly, Beach Ball is currently my pick to win this whole thing, so go Beach Ball, baby. Go Beach Ball. I'm going to keep this brief because I think we all know that David seriously is the best character in this show. Ha ha. But no, seriously, he's really funny, and he's got great physical comedy potential, and just physical comedy in general. I love David. David is the best. Yeah, that's the ranking, I guess. So, yeah, that was the ranking. Thanks for watching. As promised, here are my thoughts about BFDIE. I think it's a perfectly charming season. Pretty funny, feels like a nice return to formula. Continues off the train of BFDIA, which is my favorite season. So all in all, I like it. I love it, honestly. And I can only see it getting better from here. It's like a larger BFDI mini, and who does not want that? And to all the haters, I say, suck my fat one! That was a reference to Delightful Derek, but I did an Eric Cartman voice. I'm so cool. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't upload at all this year. Or I guess last year. I can't even really say it was because I was busy. I guess it was just because I kind of stopped watching BFDI. And that's probably because of the Teapot 19 review, where I kind of realized everything was hopeless and the show was just not for me anymore. But I'm going to give it a second shot and just see where this takes me. And if it takes me nowhere good, then I'll stop uploading. But, you know, if I get the response I want and my audience comes back, then I guess you'll have Luminous back. So, yeah, that's all from me, I guess. Happy New Year, and I'll see you all in the next one, whatever the next one is.